So many questions. Will the next M3 be little more or less than a cut price, downsized M5? Can the next M4 in its standard form hope to eclipse the bells and whistles GTS version of the current car? And can the most important M car BMW makes get back to being the best compact sports saloon, coupe money can buy, without caveat? Next year, BMW will introduce the all-new 3 Series saloon, code G20, followed in 2019 by the Touring G21, and in 2020 by the 4 Series coupe and convertible, G22/23. Of these 4 body styles, 3 will receive the full M treatment. Why no M4 Gran Coupe? Because the next Gran Coupe will be electric. While previous Ms have been powered by a mixed bag of engines, from lightweight and punchy 2.0-liter 4E30, to a 4.0-liter V8, E90/E92, the next version, due 2021, remains faithful to the twin-turbo 3.0-liter found in the current car. The power output of the next-gen base car is said to equal that of the limited edition M4 GTS, which musters 493 bhp at 6,250 revolutions per minute and 442 pounds-foot at 4,000 revolutions per minute. It thus eclipses the 444 bhp twin-turbo V6 in the new Audi RS5, matches the Mercedes C63 S AMG and will give the 592 bhp Jaguar's Project 8, of which only 300 units will be built. Remember, a good run for its money. And that's even before the hotter CS and GTS versions enter the arena. 6th generation BMW M3, the engineering secrets of G80. The 6th generation M3/M4 will be distanced from the bigger M5 while at the same time drawing inspiration from it, with BMW likely adding optional on-demand all-wheel drive. 4-driven wheels will make it easier and safer to tap into more of the 6's power, more of the time. Its output boosted by a 48-volt mild hybrid system, electrically spooled turbos, as used to great effect on the BMW SQ7's TDI V8. And the GTS's water injection system. Among the development goals are a reduction in weight, a more pragmatic balance between low drag and high downforce, greater traction, especially in the wet, a more efficient drivetrain and a more intuitive infotainment system. Dubbed ID7, the new setup features no fewer than 3 interactive displays. While the M3/M4's carbon fiber peaked with a current 122,000 pounds, M4 GTS, the future will bring increased use of aluminium and composite materials. M Division has its heart set on the new architecture that'll offer a dynamic 50 hours 50 minutes weight distribution and improved torsional stiffness together with reduced weight. While the M3 G80 retains 4 doors and 5 seats, the rear bench will again be a delete option for the future M4 GTS. Like Porsche, BMW intends to offer 3 types of seats, from lightweight fixed-back carbon fiber buckets through conventional sports seats to fully adjustable comfort seats. Prices, specs of new 2020 BMW M3. Even though the list price is due to jump to close to £68,000, the current M4 competition package costs £60,055. The new M3/M4 won't be offered with such high-tech goodies as switchable anti-roll bars, air suspension, rear-wheel steering or active aerodynamics. It does, however, seem safe to expect a somewhat less complex version of the all-wheel drive pioneered by the 2018 M5 as an option, an infinitely variable electrically operated side-to-side locking diff, variable rate and variable effort electrically assisted steering, adaptive dampers and a lightweight brake-by-wire system with 4 individual electric actuators. In line with the future M5, the smaller M models are to abandon the current 7-speed dual-clutch transmission in favor of an 8-speed auto offering a choice of shift speed and shift patterns. As with the engine, steering and dampers, the gearbox can be tweaked via the driving experience selector. If the manual 6-speeder survives, it will do so only in the rear drive models. 48-volt electrics, water injection and other tech highlights. Thanks to turbocharging, increasing power is no longer rocket science, but durability, fuel efficiency and CO2 emissions all pose tough challenges. In the case of the new S58 B30 M3/M4 engine, BMW's targets require substantial modifications. These will include a particulate filter, a 48-volt electrical system, mild hybridization, a coasting mode in its most eco setting, a start-stop system that will cut the engine significantly earlier and the water injection first introduced in the M4 GTS. When pushed, the ECU activates 3 pairs of water injectors which spray small amounts of water into the intake plenum, thereby reducing the temperature during the compression phase, keeping knock, pre-detonation, at bay. Mid-term, BMW intends to extend this on-demand temperature control device to the intercooler. In any case, the new engine can sustain higher boost pressures than the current unit, so the near 500 bhp envisioned for the mainstay products is definitely not the end of the road. In terms of character, the next M3/M4 won't be as sharp-edged, harsh-riding or aggressive as the current car. Instead, a more compliant and cohesive suspension setup is claimed to provide superior control at the limit, boosting confidence. Compared with the current competition cars, the future calibration is less nervous, more transparent and better balanced overall, all of which is good news. And although M Division's engineers are determined to take out weight, they must first compensate for the extra kilos brought on board by the water injection, the heavier 19 and 20 in wheels and tires and the standard fit aero kit, which includes bigger ducts and deflectors. The next BMW 3 Series, bigger, better. And maybe an M3 Touring? In addition to the M-specific tweaks, the future M3/M4 will benefit from changes made to the Volume 3 Series models, scooped above. Among them are a more stable aero balance, wider track, a longer wheelbase, a lower center of gravity and more user-friendly ergonomics. As for design, expect greater differentiation and more extrovert looks. The biggest changes will be made to the M4 convertible, G83, which switches from the bulky retractable hardtop to a power-operated fabric top. Rumors of a stripped-out speedster and an M3 Touring remain just that, but the M4, G82, will be differentiated from the stealth saloon using bespoke body panels and racy cabin trim. Rest assured both will have been developed with one key objective, to once again deliver an M3 that makes the Porsche 911 feel a little pointless.